Today, I'm giving my 2U NAS a much needed upgrade, swapping out the old 300 watt TFX Bronze power supply unit for a smaller, more powerful, and much more efficient 600 watt Platinum unit. This isn't just about power, it's about future-proofing. I needed more headroom for adding drives, PCIe SATA cards, and future expansion. If you're new here, my name's Kyle Coronado and I love working on creative, practical builds like this one. My whole server rack is a SilverStone build. From my 4U editing PC to this 2U NAS, to the accessories and power gear I'm adding today. So if you're into small form factor builds, home labs, or just geeking out about efficient, clean setups, you're in the right space. Let's start with the star of the show, the SilverStone FX600 Platinum. It's a Flex ATX power supply unit rated for 600 watts with platinum efficiency and surprisingly quiet operation even with a 40mm fan. It's a huge upgrade from my old bronze rated 300 watt TFX unit. Before we get it installed, let me show you the current rack setup. This 12U rack has become a fun project. I've got a 1U network switch I'm not even using yet, but I plan to upgrade to a 10 gigabit networking in the future. There's also a 1U patch panel which might eventually go. It came with the rack, so I just kept it in there. Two 2U shelves holding up my gaming consoles, a PS4, a PS3, my Raspberry Pi, and my Nintendo Switch. Modded, by the way. Thinking about getting the Nintendo Switch 2. If you are, let me know in the comments. My 4U editing and gaming PC also is a SilverStone build. It rounds it all out. If you haven't seen that build, go check it out on the channel. This rack has become my creative and gaming hub, and I'm always tweaking it to handle more. Which is why I really like this project. I think it's fun to be able to tinker, learn new things, and kind of expand as my needs grow. But today, it's all about the 2U NAS. This 12 base server is the backbone of my media, backups, and everything I stream. And with plans to add more drives and PCIe SATA cards, I need more reliable power and efficiency. That's why this FX600 matters. Alright, let's pull out the old bronze TFX unit. It's done its job, but it's time for something better, more efficient, more powerful, and built for future upgrades. Some of these shots are coming straight out of my Meta Ray-Bans. It's been fun using these, and I plan on making a video on them, so subscribe if you want to see that. Testing them out though, seeing how they handle POV videos, it's been fun to bring that perspective into this build. You can see how easy it is to just pull that out of there. We really only had a few things connected. It's about double the size, if not bigger. Here's where the FX600 really shines. It's even smaller than the TFX, but it delivers 600 watts of platinum power, less wasted heat, better reliability, and quieter operation, all which matter in a small server build that I use in this room. For a Flex ATX unit, it's pretty impressive. And really, this new one just goes right in. Like I said on my last video, I do want to actually custom mount this properly on here, but I just am not sure the best way to go about that because kind of an odd fit. I may just let it sit out the back like this. Apparently that might be the best way. Maybe I'll get a 3D print where it goes over this lip here. This can sit out, but it doesn't allow it to go too far out. That was my original plan, and I might just leave this open. Honestly, I could probably even get another 40mm fan to exhaust out, but maybe that's just talking too much. We'll see. Can always upgrade. Exactly like I'm doing now, and I do want to do the same for my server case here as well. I want to eventually get a new AM4 CPU, the best of the best. Now that they're on AM5, you could probably get a good one secondhand pretty inexpensively. I think the 9550X is what I was looking at. for video editing. Probably do just fine for gaming as well. And then maybe a 5090, or maybe I'll wait for the 6090s, but I definitely want to get the top tier one moving forward. Alright, I believe this is probably for a GPU. These will be our SATA plugs. More SATA, GPU, which I don't even have in this computer. We'll need to have these extra 4 pins, so this will go to the motherboard. There we go, got that properly seated. I want to route these cables the best that I can right off the get-go. I will actually need these ones to go out. So one thing I did like about this one is that it has 3 of these Molex connections, so I can power each one of these power banks on the back end. So I'll actually need to feed these through. 1, 2, 3. I believe that's really all I need to power on here. I'll also need to power the CPU as well. 1 Molex connection. Actually, I should put it on this far side just to have more space on the inside. 1 Molex. 2 Molex. And 3 Molex. Okay, this goes to this card here. This will need to get power somehow through a SATA input as well. Maybe I'll just feed this into this back side here. But this fan controller actually controls the fan speeds, and I do have modulators that even cuts them back even further. So we have power running from one of these front planes to pretty much power all the fans off the controller. So I need to find one of these SATA plugs. This will power all of these. And then really I just need CPU power, which I believe we only have 2 plugs, so I believe either one of these will do it. I thought this one was a GPU plug, but maybe this one was, because it's 6 plus 1 each, and then these are 6 plus 2 each, and since I only have 2, I believe I can just plug any one of those in. And that should pretty much take care of all of that. We'll plug our power in. Looks like I got fans coming on. Once we know everything's properly booted up, we'll go ahead and close it back up. As you can see, power went off. Hear the disc spinning up. Oh, this got unplugged too. I'm gonna need to power the CPU fan here. I might need to swap this because it's kind of far from there. I don't even know if I had that plugged in last time. I'm gonna need to fix that. That's crazy that that was running for a month and it never even had power. Guess my fan controllers work. Alright, time to make sure everything works over here. So yeah, you can really see how big of a power supply unit this was compared to this last one. This one pretty much fit that whole space, but this one's half the size, double the power, and more efficient, so it only makes sense to keep the new one. So now that that's properly running, we'll go ahead and put this back in. Just like that, it's back in and operational. With the FX600 in place, I've now got 600 watts of platinum power in a tiny package, and it's definitely quieter than I expected for a Flex PSU. One thing I love about this upgrade, it's not just about power, it's about keeping everything consistent. My whole rack setup is mostly SilverStone. They even sent me some of the only reverse breakout SATA cables I could find for this build. which are needed for the backplanes and the drives. SilverStone's been great about supporting this project, but as always, these thoughts are really my own. They really do make high quality parts, and that's one reason why I actually wanted to go with them for this build. And this power supply unit is no different. It lays the groundwork for the future. More drives, more PCIe expansions, maybe even a 10 gig link to my 4U editing rig. Although I might swap out the motherboard, I'm not really sure yet. And with Platinum efficiency, I'll save on heat and power in the long run, which really matters for a small server build that is closely compact and runs 24/7. The FX600 is a lot quieter than other small form factor power supply units, and that really matters, especially since this server lives in my home office and guest bedroom. I've already added fan controller to manage noise, and so far it hasn't affected temperatures or performance in any negligible way. And those are Noctua fan controller if you're curious. By the way, I'll link all parts to this build in the description below if you're curious about checking any of them out. The links are affiliated and they will help support this channel if you decide to buy from them. Building this NAS and expanding my rack has been one of the most fun and rewarding projects I've done in a long time. It's a great way to learn, create something useful, and take control of your own data, which is really why I built this. I wanted to be able to tinker and learn more about home networking. I wanted to be able to manage NAS to hold my data for backing up all these footage that I'm filming. And I wanted to control my own Plex server where I could kind of keep my own media housed and not rely on streaming services. So if you're even a little curious about setting up a NAS, I highly recommend it. There's a lot to learn and the payoff is huge, especially when you can consider some of the cost savings that come out of this. But to wrap it all up, the SilverStone FX600 Platinum was the perfect upgrade for my 2U NAS. It's more efficient, more powerful, and sets the stage for future upgrades. So subscribe if you want to see them. Anyways, I'd love to hear about your own builds. What are you using in your PCs or servers? Drop a comment below. And a quick shout out to SilverStone for also sending over their PB06 10,000 mAh portable power bank with Quick Charge 2.0 and a vehicle battery jumper. Ironically, my car battery died the day it arrived, so it's already been put to use. I'll definitely be keeping this in my vehicles for emergencies. And as always, thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this 2U NAS build, or even the 4U editing PC build, or maybe you want to see the 2025 gaming PC I built with my cousin, I'll link those videos at the end of this one and I'll put them in the description. So please go check those out if you're into this sort of stuff, and make sure to subscribe if you're into the small form factor builds, NAS upgrades, or just creative DIY projects. I'm always working on something new and I'd love to have you along for the ride. I share almost all of them on this channel, and I appreciate everybody checking this out and just kind of supporting me and showing love. We've got a lot of good growth and I appreciate people who stick to the end. So if you really did stick to the end, let me know in the comments as well. I need to be able to know who these people are so I can personally thank them. And by the way, I recently started using NordVPN to keep my connection secure, whether I'm just downloading files, working on the go, or browsing the internet. It's a one-stop shop to keep all of your connections and data secure. If you want to try it out, I've got a link for 3 free months and up to 77% off the 2-year plan. It's in the description below. So peace.